Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon for an hour of restorative yoga. Today, I am doing a class that is going to help us find balance and restore our base chakra, the Muladhara. I think a lot of us know the word chakra, but we may not all be familiar what exactly the chakras mean. So I'm just going to give us a bit of an overview. When we're talking about the chakras, we're talking about an ancient concept. Chakra is a Sanskrit word which means wheel of light, and it refers to the subtle body energy within our body. We've got multiple points or chakra points in the body, and an imbalance in either one of them will be experienced as both mental and physical suffering. And that's because you can think of the chakras as the connection between our physical body as well as our spiritual mind. The chakras run in conjunction with our life force. And when we're talking about life force, this is a word that many cultures use. Some people call it ka, some people call it chi, umoya, the Holy Spirit, prana, mana. And the idea is that when our life force is strong and is easily moving through the chakras, that is where we are able to experience life at its fullest with very little or no discomfort. But the truth of the matter is that a lot of us experience either blockages or instability in our chakra systems in either one or many of the chakras. And but the good news is that there are practices that we can practice. There are certain movements that we can do. There are foods that we can eat. There are words that we can chant. There are thoughts that we can think that can help us to restore balance and stability in a particular chakra where there might be an imbalance. So today I'm focusing on our base chakra, our Muladhara chakra. And what we're going to be doing, and that is, as I'm saying, it's located at the base of the spine. Its element is earth. The color is red. And it is said that when we find stability in this chakra, that no matter what is thrown at us, we always have a sense of grounding. And no matter where we are, we always feel like we're at home. And so I'm really excited to share this practice with us, given the instability that a lot of us are living with right now, and just seeing if we can find a little bit of peace and restoration in our systems. I will be guiding and talking us through a lot more about what the chakra, and especially our base chakra, all the parts of it. So grab your props, make sure that you've got a wall. I've got some more with me, so she's going to be doing the practice. I'll be the voice in your ear, and enjoy. Hello. Okay, so we're going to start actually in a seated position. So you'd want to, so let's actually just go through the props in case anybody wasn't here. You need a bolster type thing, so a nice thick cushion or something that you can roll up into a tubular shape. You need a light throw or a blanket. You need a block or a thick book. You need a strap, which you can also use a belt or a scarf. A cushion, a thin cushion, as well as 2 large towels. Oh, an open mind and an open heart. So let us begin in a seated position. So as I said, we're going and working with our Muladhara, our base chakra today. Also known as our root support. Finding balance through this chakra so that we can feel grounded in the world. So pressing your tailbone, the base of your spine, into the floor. Your legs can be crossed or they could be extended out in front of you. The palms resting gently on the knees, palms facing up, or actually palms facing down for a more sense of grounding and earthing. A softness in the shoulders, neutrality in your chin, not looking up, not looking down. Draw the base of the belly in slightly. Eyes closed. Your mouth is closed. You're directing your breath in and out your nose, not really forcing or using any kind of ujjayi breath, but an awareness on the breath. With the eyes closed and the mouth closed. Let's see if we can close our ears off to anything and everything that's not happening in this moment. Taking the first couple of moments to ground, to arrive. So our Muladhara is our base chakra. It's encircling the tip of the tailbone and the pelvic floor. It's connected to our sense of groundness and most basic stability in life and relationships. When Muladhara is in balance, we feel steady, no matter what life throws at us, and at home wherever we go. Any restorative practice might be seen as a practice of Muladhara. A restorative practice grounds us and brings us into relaxing poses, giving us time to sink in and find home in our center. In the following restorative practice, I will amplify the benefits, consciously directing our attention to the points in our body, providing extra support for our feet and legs so that we can give our foundations a rest. This practice is especially valuable for anybody who's feeling unsettled, uncertain, or even a little bit depleted. Beginning practice, gently open your eyes. Grab your bolster or your rolled up blanket. Make your way over towards the wall. So first you want to sit your hips as close toward the wall. So the way you do that is kind of sit towards the side. Make sure that the bolster will sit at the base of the spine, lengthening, and then turning yourself. Oh no, actually how we're going to start is not legs up the wall. Shift the bolster back, lie all the way flat on your back with your feet pressed against the wall. Yes, this is where we're starting. Sorry people, feet pressed against the wall. So that sense of grounding, you're lying all the way back, remove the bolster, you're flat. Make sure that your strap or your belt is near you. Wrap the strap around the right leg, right foot some more. So bend the right foot in towards you. Bring the strap around the right foot and extend the leg up and towards the sky. You want to make sure that your shoulders stay on the floor so that you can relax into it. So the strap should be nice and long. Your leg can be bent or your leg can be straight. If you can bring the bolster to sit at the base of the feet, turning the feet in towards the face. So finding a little bit more opening through the bottom of that foot. So find your shape. Yeah. So I'm saying if you move that strap up the foot towards the top of the foot so that you are pushing, yes, the toes down towards you, yes. Tuck chin slightly in towards the chest. If you'd like to put a cushion behind your head, feel free. Make sure that the shoulders stay on the ground. Bring your eyes to a close. Just commit to being still and here for the next couple of moments. And so as I mentioned before, we're going to be taking the feet up into the air and off the ground. We're lying. So coming off of what is usually our foundation, what is usually our feet. and allowing ourselves to relax and soften and to be held up by the earth. And as we lie here, I'd like you to contemplate what in your life makes up your foundation. I invite you to allow yourself time to notice everything and everyone you have supporting you, making it possible for you even to be here in this moment on your mat, relaxing and breathing. I'm going to be here for another 30 seconds. Take your last 3 breaths here. No rush. Before gently bending that right knee back into the chest, releasing the strap and extending the foot out towards the wall, feeling the support of the wall pushing into the base of the feet. Feeling the support of the earth beneath you, allow your head and body to be heavy. Left leg gently draws in towards the chest. Strap goes around that foot. And then extending left leg up towards the sky. Remembering that a slight bend in the legs is allowed. Trying to bring the strap to the front of the foot, drawing the toes, if you can, down towards the face. Keeping the shoulders connected onto the mat. Slight tuck of the chin in towards the chest. Eyes and mouth closed. Contemplating everything and everyone in your corner. Each breath, an opportunity to soften a little bit more. You have 30 more seconds. Please start to take your last 3 breaths here. No rush. Before gently bending left knee into the chest. And then extending that leg, both feet pushing into the floor. Feeling the support. Head is heavy. Arms down by the side. Palms heavy into the floor. Whole body relaxed. We're going to transition. Draw your knees into the chest. Roll either to your left or right side so that you can push yourself up nice and gently. We're going to come into a supported child's pose. So what you want to do here is take your knees, sit with your knees to be about as wide as your mat. Grab a hold of your bolster or your rolled up blanket. Place a block or 2 underneath the bolster, so building up your house. Bring your towels to sit on either side of the bolster or the block. This is where your palms are going to rest. If you'd like to, you can bring your throw. Actually take your throw, roll it up. So it should be about first it should be in the shape of like a square or a rectangle. Then you roll it up. Make it a tubular, not too round, so we'll go back about, yes, not too thick. Place that at your hips. So at that hip crease, a little bit lower, yes. So that when you hinge over from the hips, you roll over the little mound you've made. Center of the forehead comes to the block or bolster. This is also a great place to bring a cushion or something so that you're not face planting and you can still breathe. Bring your palms to sit gently on top of the towels. Shoulders relaxing down your back. Find the shape, your body's expression of this pose, and then commit to the silence and the stillness. The element associated with Muladhara is the earth. And in this pose, you're resting your hands on the ground. It's as if you're checking to make sure it's there. As if you're checking to make sure it will hold you. Allow yourself to feel the steady, stable, silent presence of the earth underneath you. It can hold you. It has been holding you all along. You can become heavy on it. Give your weight to it. And notice any parts of you that are resisting, any parts of you that are gripping or holding, even when you don't need to. Begin to relent. And give the support or the work of support, of supporting you to the earth. So places we can check in that we usually are gripping and holding, that space between your eyebrows. The tongue pushing into the top of the mouth. The bottom jaw clenching to the top. The belly. The shoulders. The glutes. The soles of the feet. The toes. The palms. Whole body heavy. Whole body relaxed. Whole body held up by our Mother Earth. We've got 30 more seconds here. Last 3 slow breaths. If you'd like to, you can sigh that breath out the mouth. Before gently tucking the chin in towards the chest and rolling yourself up. Sit the hips on the heels. I'm going to keep our pile, if you've got, that you've got, and now we're going to make our way up with the feet up against the wall. And basically you want to make sure that your bolster is sitting at the base of your spine. So walking yourself as close towards the wall as possible, turning towards the side. Walking the legs up. Draping the center of the spine against the bolster. Head resting against the bolster. Legs up the wall. Palms facing up. Eyes closed. mouth closed. Ears remaining closed to everything and anything not happening in this moment. So I mentioned that there are multiple practices and things that we can do to begin to restore and find balance in our chakra system. And one of them is visualization. And so practicing here, the organ of knowledge for Muladhara is the nose. So I want us to, behind closed eyelids, direct our gaze towards the tip of our nose. So become aware of the tip of your nose. Begin to pay attention to the sensation of air in and out your nostrils as you breathe. Settle the awareness and the attention on the tip of the nose. Noticing the breath in and the breath out. The temperature. The length. The rhythm. Complete involvement here. Focus. The breath is reassuringly consistent and constant. It's like a home you get to take with you. You keep inhaling, you keep exhaling. As long as you are here, your breath is here. Always with you. Always something to come back to. We're taking one more breath in. And as you breathe out, slide your heels away from each other. Find a V shape between your legs. Start to open in between. So don't go too far, because with time and space, legs are going to start to slide even further apart. So Zamo is bringing a cushion to sit underneath your hips. If you feel that you might find a bit of comfort doing the same, feel free. Then again, settling. The sense associated with Muladhara is smell. So to further your relaxation, I want you to imagine a fragrance you associate with home. A welcoming smell that reminds you of softening into your home as you come back maybe after a busy day of running errands, a busy day of working, just something that smells and feels familiar. Use your imagination. Visualize yourself coming home. Softening. Putting your guard down. Last 3 breaths. So we're going to stay working with the inner thigh. We're going to come into Supta Baddha legs. So soles of the feet draw together. Allow the knees to butterfly open. And so this is where I really love it. When we're talking about the chakra, we're talking about the Ayurvedic system, and that's an ancient system. But TCM, which is another ancient system, traditional Chinese medicine, that is when we start talking restorative yoga and we start talking about yin yoga. But the interesting parallel or similarity that is drawn is when you talk about the earth element, so it doesn't work with chakras, it works with organs. You're talking about the spleen or the stomach, and the meridian line and that's also the earth element. It also has to do with the sense of stability. Imbalance in the spleen or the stomach is expressed as overthinking, over worrying. So that sense of not feeling at home. And that meridian line runs from your big toe up your ankle into your inner thigh, up into your gut and out of your tongue. So it's quite interesting. It also is the nose. So it's quite interesting in the places in which these ancient practices and systems overlap. So we're working along that same spleen meridian line as you lie here with your legs open. Visualizing, smelling, keeping your awareness on the end of the nose, breathing. Your last 30 seconds here. Before gently extending the legs back up the wall, or drawing the knees together rather, and then rolling to either the left or right side to roll away, and actually staying here if you can in your fetal position, extending either your right or your left arm, just finding a moment to rest for a bit. Reset. Notice everything and judge nothing. So our next pose is reclined bridge. So what you want to do is send the bolster towards the back, the latter end of the mat. Your feet are going to be, so you want one block to sit. So bolsters flat, or actually, yeah, the bolster's flat, your bolster's flat, you're going to lie on your bolster. So it's not all the way up. You want to take a block to sit at basically the base of your calf by the Achilles, just above where your Achilles ends at the base of the calf. You're lying with your bum sitting on the bolster. So you're lying on the bolster, completely on the bolster, because you want your shoulders to be off the floor and your head to be on the floor. So it's just a bit of a gentle back bend. Please feel free to grab a light throw or blanket to put over your body if you'd like, just for a little extra comfort, or grab a jersey, just making sure that you're extra comfortable. That's, of course, for all of us who are practicing in our garage, starting to feel the breeze. Home studio life. All right, rolling all the way back, head onto the floor. So you're opening through the chest, a slight back bend. There's a block sitting at the base of your feet, just by where the calf begins. If you can, someone will scoot yourself, sorry to make you uncomfortable. I want your feet to be touching the wall, that sense of grounding and stability. Okay, so once we get comfortable, the mantra for Muladhara is Lam. Lam, L-A-M. I want you to repeat it silently to yourself as you lie here. Let it reverberate through your body, clearing obstacles to the upward passage of energy. So just gently repeating the mantra, Lam. Lam. Keep coming back to the mantra. Mind will wander. Come back to Lam. 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 Reverberating through your whole body. Lam. Lam. Last 30 seconds. Lam. Lam. Gently release the mantra. Attention and focus returns to your physical body. Take 3 deep breaths. Before reaching arms all the way back behind you, stretch. And you're going to just gently, I want you to roll off the bolster. Take your feet off of the support of the block. So remove everything. I'm going to come into a spinal twist. So you'd like your spine to be completely flat onto the floor. Feet again touching the wall, that sense of grounding when you are flat. Arms reach back as you breathe in. Both knees into your chest, hands onto the knees. Take your right ankle to the left knee. Figure 4. Arms wide like a capital letter T from the chest, palms facing down. So make sure that the palms are in line with the shoulders, not above or below. Yep, so just popping to make sure. Draw energetically that left knee and the ankle into the chest as you breathe in. So draw the knee and the chest in on the inhale. And then dropping the knee and the ankle all the way over to the left side. So that right foot should come flat onto the floor if you can. Roll your chin towards the left. Find the shape, your body's expression of this twist, and allow everything to soften, to settle. So when we're drawing the base chakra, the Muladhara chakra, it's a 4-petal square. I'd like you to visualize a 4-petal square at the sole of each foot. Petals unfurling. So mind will wander, keep coming back to this visualization of a 4-petal square that's gently opening and closing, petals unfurling, sitting at the soles of your feet. Last inhale. Exhale here. Ankle with the knee and the chin come back through center. Gently roll them through center. And then just swap. Great. First, actually bring both feet onto the floor. Let's rest here with the legs bent, allowing the back, the base of the spine to settle. Before drawing knees into the chest and swapping, left ankle goes across right knee. Figure 4. Draw the ankle and the knee into the chest before allowing the ankle and the knee to fall to the right side and your chin roll towards your left shoulder, experiencing the spinal twist on the other side. So you really want to find the shape and completely relax. So allow the feet to touch the mat or the floor. If they don't, bring a bolster or block, bring the floor up. So you shouldn't be working to keep the legs up. Come back to that image of the 4-petal square. It's now sitting in the palm of each hand. You can flip the palms to face up here as you visualize yourself sitting with a 4-leaf petal in the palm of each hand. The petals are unfurling, opening and closing. Alive. Mind will wander, keep coming back to the image of the 4-petal square, one sitting in each palm, gently opening and closing. Last few moments here. Take your final breath in and breath out here. Roll the chin and the knee and the ankle back through center, nice and gently. Release both feet onto the floor. Walk the feet as wide as the mat. Keep the feet flat onto the floor. Walk the feet as wide as the mat. Let the knees fall in. Palms are facing up. Heart is open. Visualize a 4-petal square as your heart. So the yogic heart sits at the center of the chest. Imagine a 4-petal square flower blooming in the center of your chest, gently opening and closing. Resisting all urges to check out. Keep drawing the attention and awareness back into the center of the chest, back to the blooming flower, your heart. Last 3 breaths. Before we gently make our way into our final position, which is buried Shavasana. So you really want to feel grounded. Buried Shavasana means you take all your props and you put them on top of you. So you sit your bolster lengthwise across your hips. You put a blanket across your chest. If you've got something, you put your towel over your eyes. So just that sense of heaviness and weightedness and allowing ourselves to be completely held up. So take all your props and place them on your body. Make sure that the soles of the feet are gently connecting with the wall, that sense of grounding and earthing. Blanket covering the body, bolster across the hips, blanket over the eyes. Yes, towel over the eyes, blanket across the chest, buried Shavasana. Red is the color associated with Muladhara. It's the color that is said to nurture our space chakra. Gently bring your attention to the tip of your tailbone and imagine a red light there. Brilliant and warm. This light makes its way up into your spine. Once it gets to the top of your neck, imagine it filling your head. Visualize red light, like a light that shines through stained glass. Imagine your whole being infused with red light, and in which all your tension is dissolved. Whole body heavy. Whole body relaxed. Supported. Held by our Mother Earth.
Nowhere else to be. Nothing else to do. Allow yourself to relax with this knowledge. You are safe. You are home. The entire universe is rooting for you. Without moving, become aware of the sounds around you. Casting your ear out for the furthest sound that you can hear, inviting the world back in. Run your tongue across all your teeth. Gentle sensation coming back into the body. Thumbs tap across the tips of all the fingers. There's a gentle wriggle into the toes, nothing sudden. So just the toes and the fingertips are moving. Start to make circles with the wrists and the ankles. Starting to move into the extremities, the toes, hands, arms, legs start to move. Find a gentle roll of the neck from side to side. Full body stretch, palms reach all the way back behind us. Lengthen through the torso, point toes away from the body. Push into the wall. Deep stretch, 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 stretch. Relax. Removing the bolster, the blanket, the towel, unburying ourselves. Waking up from the dead, from our corpse pose, from our shavasana, and where we allowed parts of ourselves to die, where we allow ourselves to change, for our body to receive the gifts of this magnificent practice, acknowledging that we are not the same people who started at the beginning of class. Drawing knees into the chest. Massage the base of the spine, roll from side to side. Eventually, weight will come all the way over to the right side. Right arm comes out like a pillow. Find that fetal position one more time. So we move from corpse into rebirth, into reawakening, into possibility. Draw yourself up. Keep your eyes closed if you can. Come back to the seated position we began at the beginning of class. Tailbone grounding into the floor, connecting us to Mother Earth. Feel her steady, stable, silent energy move up the spine and into your head. Palms meet at your heart center. We bow to her, to the earth, to nature, recognizing our unity with everything and everyone. May all living beings be happy and free. May our thoughts, may our words, may our actions contribute to that freedom. This is why we practice yoga. Namaste. Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful day. Catch you next time. Cheers.